Hi, and welcome to a filler episode. I didn't get the hair in time for my Alice in Wonderland, so I thought it would be neat to share when I customized my Nuan Nuan from Island doll. It is a ball-jointed doll, and it took me around 1.5 years from ordering them to receive them, so yeah, this is like a bit of a box opening too. The doll came with a certificate and a card in this super cute envelope, these purple glass eyes, and some tacky to use with the eyes. I don't use this though, instead I use a transparent silicone one. I am a little afraid of staining the resin green. I bought Nuan Nuan through Angelesque and they arrived safe and sound to my little cabin in the woods. This little burrito blanket is so cute. If I ever make my own BGD, I am making these kinds of coverings for them, definitely. It is more of a when than if though, so yeah, I have too many projects and too little time. My Nuan is in color Sunburned and this is how they look. Super cute. They are pretty well strung. The joints lock really well. For being such a small doll, they are well articulated. I am actually really impressed. In the envelope I mentioned before, there is a certificate of authenticity and a little card. I am keeping the certificate inside, but let's look at the card. There is a picture in the front, and in the back you have all the measurements, and yeah, that's pretty neat. Instead of an S-hook, the head is fastened with a ring. It's super easy to detach the head. One has to be careful though not to release the ribbon so the ring chink the neck. You don't want that. I don't want MSC or pastels inside the head either, so I stuff it with tissue paper. Then I spray it with Mr. Superclear, but I messed up. It might have been the weather, might have been my technique, I had to redo it. You can see the shine here. After redoing the first coating of MSC, I start on the face-up. The head is made out of resin, not vinyl like Monster High heads, and honestly, I think it's easier to draw on. I work a lot on pastels. With this doll, I just had some fun making cute stuff. No realism in thought, just soft pastels. And I had a really good time. This is not my first BGD. I have an Aiden by Dream Valley. That's a much bigger project though. I'll probably work on him during summer vacation. Until then, I'll work on his original character, which for me is kind of half the fun. This little sheep is a part of my famville. They are a bit of a loner living on their farm in the outskirts. Their name is Hina. If it is the Maori word for grey or the relatively common Japanese name, I haven't decided yet, but the name is Hina. Here, by the way, I cut my eraser pen so I could do some detailed erasing on their eyebrows, then I went in and gave them some eyeliner. Then I shaded the horns a bit. I wasn't sure if they would show underneath the outfit, but you know, better safe than sorry. Here, if I remember it correctly, I went back with pink pastels. The red was too severe. I wanted it to look more playful. Then I did some blushing on the body before sealing and saving the progress. I guess it's more standard to do this with the doll unstrung and in pieces, but I didn't see the need since they're so small. Then after an MSC coat, I used some Army Painter acrylics to help out on the face up a bit. I filled in the eyeliner with dark brown, almost black. It was quite tricky. Then I filled in some eye crevices. They weren't essential, but I think they added to the character. I also worked a bit on the eyebrows, redoing it 5 times before I was satisfied, but yeah, I'm not sharing that. I also added some Coliro paints to the face up, some golden dots. The face needed more blushing, which meant it would need another MSC layer, but that was fine. More acrylics. More blushing, more MSC, I don't have a good routine yet for BGD face-ups. Finally, I use Tamiya gloss varnish on the gold details, on the waterline inside the mouth and on the nose. Time to assemble! This is the silicone I was talking about earlier. It's meant for the ears when you bathe or shower. I use it to make the eyes stick to the inside of dolls' heads. Nothing weird about that. I pull the ring through the hole and twirl it 90 degrees. I'd say it's a big difference. Time to make some clothes. Same procedure as always. I cover the parts with cling foil and tape with masking tape. Then I draw lines where the seams or folding is supposed to be before I cut it apart. I wanted to make a little hood and a little dress for them, similar to those in the pictures. Here I am using a permanent marker, by the way. I saw someone using tissue paper and glue instead, and I think it would be a good idea if you have the patience. My patience is a no-show most of the time. I think I was born without it, so it's the tape for me. Here I cut some darts to be able to flatten the pattern down. Then I trace it on fabric, noting which way the fur lays. I make one original piece and one mirrored. I didn't show it that well, but I added some extra fabric in the back. It's easier to cut it off than to sew extra on. Then I cut the pieces out. I tried to nestle the scissor underneath the hair, if you know what I mean, while cutting, so I didn't end up with an uneven haircut. And there we go! Now to sew them together. First the darts, then the middle seam. My super simple hood is finished. It got a little mohawk, which I thought was pretty cute. Then I hemmed the edges to make it even neater. Finally, I did the same thing for the little dress. I wasn't sure if the armholes would stay okay, so I added an extra layer with some fabric glue and fabric. This glue stinks, like a lot, but it's super good. Not tasty, but you know what I mean. It's good to use. Anyway. While drying, I smushed it between two cardboard pieces. I cut off the excess before I hemmed it like the hood. I also added a snap button. This bow was too big and not in the suitable material, so I changed it in the end. I kept the bell though. As a last-minute hair thing, I glued a part of the fringe. I just wanted to show what I use when taking photos. I have a miniature fence and I have these grass plates things that I bought through Amazon, I think. They look pretty good and the grass is on a good scale. I'm still trying things out. This is just the way I did for this shooting. I should have used a better background and so forth, but that's for another time. Making Nuan Nuan stand on the grass was like balancing rocks, but I managed somehow, and I'm rather happy with the photos. This is what I had to share this week. Thank you so much for watching. I could have edited these photos more, I believe, but I like showing them how they look straight from the camera. I do not forget my beautiful Patreons. Thank you so much. I am so grateful. And yeah, I hope you have a wonderful week. Until next time. Bye!